guys, welcome back to another video and Happy New Year. I hope your 2018 is off to a wonderful start. I don't ever make New Year's resolutions because frankly, I don't have the willpower to stick to them, but also because usually they're so harsh and negative and restrictive and unrealistic. Go to the gym every day for the next year. Never gonna happen. Eat healthy every day for the rest of your life. Also, never gonna happen. I like white flour too much to do that. Instead, in 2018, I'll be focusing on positive actions and healthy habits that I genuinely want to do, that will be fun and creative, and that will make me happy. And since it's 2018, I'll be focusing on 18 different practices or 18 different areas of my life that I want to work on or improve, from sleep to gratitude to romance. I can't wait to share these healthy habits and practices with you. I'll be doing a vlog for each of the different 18 areas, and I'll show you how I'm using this practice in my life and tips for incorporating it into your life as well. So here's my list of 18 healthy habits for 2018. Probably wondering what the hell hygge is and whether I'm pronouncing it correctly. Let's start with the second question. I have no freaking clue if I'm pronouncing it correctly because I have scoured the internet looking for the perfect pronunciation. Hygge. Like I can't figure it out, so I will just go with hygge. Hygge is a Danish concept that basically means the feeling of coziness and contentment and overall well-being that you get from appreciating and enjoying the little things in life. So who wouldn't want to add some of that to their life? So in 2018, I plan to slow down a little bit and enjoy life, enjoy little things, and just feel cozy overall. I have a confession to make. I used to be one of those people who would talk about going to the gym a lot. Even if you didn't want to hear it, I'd be like, let me tell you what I did at the gym today. Oh my God, let me tell you how sore my glutes are. Like, you won't even believe it. But in 2017, I kind of just let exercise fall under the bus, and I basically stopped going to the gym for months. I very recently started going back, so I'm proud of that, but it's not yet a consistent habit in my life like it used to be. So in 2018, I want to create a consistent exercise schedule and make it part of my routine so that it becomes automatic, like I just go on certain days or at certain times, instead of having to make a decision. Am I gonna get out of bed? Am I gonna put on pants? Am I gonna walk to the gym? So in 2018, my goal is to get back to the gym and be that annoying person who talks about going to the gym a lot. I'm sorry in advance. I feel so much better when I go to the gym. I feel stronger, I feel confident, and it's such a great stress reliever. So in 2018, I want to make going back to the gym a priority. I've been with my partner, babe, boyfriend, whatever you want to call him, for the last 7, almost 8 years, and we have an amazing relationship, no braggies. But if there's one thing that we could work on, I think it would be bringing back the romance. Time for sexy time. Just kidding, this will be G-rated. PG-rated. It'll be PG-rated. We both work a lot and we're really busy, so sometimes we forget to do cute little things for each other or do spontaneous date nights, which we used to do a lot of when we were less busy. So in 2018, I want to focus on doing those fun romantic things and just bringing back the romance. A treat is something you just give yourself just because you love yourself, because you think you're fabulous, because you're awesome. It's a small little pleasure or an indulgence or a little gift. It doesn't have to be something big. Unlike a reward, it's not something you have to earn. It's just something you want to give yourself. I want to go get my nails did. I want a piece of chocolate cake. I don't want to wear a bra today. I know that when I treat myself on a regular basis, I feel happy, I feel rejuvenated, and it's just an easy way to feel better. So in 2018, I plan to treat myself more regularly. I really love to read, particularly depressing nonfiction books about the world that make you want to cry. I've never been invited to a book club, and now I'm beginning to understand why. And I love to read because it's so relaxing and it's such a fun way to learn. But in 2017, like with exercise, I kind of just stopped reading and just didn't make it part of my routine. My goal in 2018 is to read 1 book a month. I feel like that's an achievable goal. It's not overwhelming or unrealistic. And it can be a short book, it could be a funny book, it can be a depressing nonfiction book, probably will be a depressing nonfiction book. So in 2018, I'm looking forward to getting back into reading. I feel like I've been pretty lucky with my skin. I don't have too many major issues, but I also don't know anything about skincare and frankly don't take very good care of my skin. But now that I'm 30, I feel like I should probably start paying attention to all of this. That involves learning about skincare, learning what the products contain, what ingredients, what I should be putting on my skin, what I shouldn't be putting on my skin. Yeah, my goal in 2018 is to preserve all of this for the next 60 years. Seems realistic. I fell in love with traveling a few years ago when I did a long-term backpacking trip around the world. Hashtag female traveler, hashtag wanderlust, hashtag backpacking. When I was traveling, I was like, I want to do this for the rest of my life. Obviously, who wouldn't? But I realized it wasn't as realistic as I would have liked. I'm not able to take a 6-month backpacking trip whenever I want, but I am able to take short trips here and there, long weekends, exploring new places that aren't that far away. So my goal in 2018 is to plan more travels, travel more, and just explore new places, cities, and hopefully countries. I'm a pretty organized person. Some would say too organized. I am a little OCD, but I feel like I'm always organized on a small picture level. What do I need to do in the next 2 hours? What do I need to do in the next 2 days? And I'm never thinking about what do I want to do in the next 2 years. That kind of big picture thinking is really important for happiness, but I feel like I never give it the time that it needs. My goal in 2018 is to carve out time, maybe once a month, to do that big picture thinking and organization and help figure out those important questions like, what do I want to do with my life? Where do I want to live? What do I want to do with my career? What kind of lifestyle do I want to have? Here's to becoming organized on a big picture level in 2018. I freaking hate clutter. Unfortunately, I have a lot of clutter. Not like in the hoarder sense of the word, but I do have a lot of stuff that I don't need. Books and clothes lying out of their specific places. I did do the Marie Kondo life-changing magical tidying up art of tidying up, can't remember what it's called. It did work a little bit, but I didn't give it enough care and I stopped paying attention to it after the first few weeks. And now I just have a bunch of stuff that I don't need again. So in 2018, my goal is to minimize clutter. When I have a clear space, I have a clear mind, which means I'm happier. Basically, my goal is to live in one of those feng shui apartments where it looks like nobody lives in. That is my goal, to live in a place where it looks like nobody lives. So here's to that. I'm a big fan of sleep, and I've spent years researching how to get a better night of sleep, and I've dramatically improved my sleep over the last few years. But in 2017, I feel like I didn't respect my beauty sleep enough. And it's not like I was getting like 3 hours of sleep. That would be absurd. But instead of getting the usual 7.5 to 8 hours of sleep, I was getting like 6.5 to 7 hours of sleep. And that doesn't seem like a big change, but over time it does make a difference. I noticed that eventually I was getting tired in the afternoons, which normally doesn't happen. I usually have lots of energy and so much energy that I annoy people. So in 2018, I want to take sleep more seriously because it's so important for mental health, for physical health, for your diet, for everything. And so here's to sleeping at least 7 hours a night in 2018. Mindfulness is one of those words that everybody talks about. It's probably like word of the day on Goop all the time, but I feel like we don't really know what it means, or at least I don't know what it means except for being mindful of things. I really want to incorporate it into my life, particularly in the area of my diet. Most of the time I'm just like shoveling food into my mouth without tasting it, without thinking about whether I'm hungry or if I'm full. So I want to practice mindfulness with my diet and like really taste the food, really know what's going into my body, and being mindful about what I do eat. I also want to get back into meditation. I used to practice meditation daily for like a year or two, and I definitely noticed the difference. I felt so much calmer, less anxious, less stressed. And I still meditate sometimes, but definitely not every day. My goal in 2018 is to get back into meditation and make it a regular practice, and stop funneling food into my mouth like I'm a garbage disposal. To be honest, I'm kind of cheap. I wouldn't say maybe cheap, but I would say frugal. I try to be frugal. I was raised that way. But it is hard to save money when you're a content creator and you're always spending money on producing content for Instagram or YouTube or whatever it is. I want to be more conscious of what I'm buying and more deliberate. I want to think before I buy. The Amazon one-click makes it really hard to do that, but I'm determined in 2018 to be more conscious of what I'm buying and really asking myself if it's necessary before I buy it. If there's one thing I know that consistently makes me happy, it's spending time in nature. I absolutely love being outdoors and hiking and just being enveloped by mountains and trees and forests. It's a little hard in New York City to spend time in nature because nature is just this concrete jungle where you are surrounded by millions of people and weird smells and subway cars. But it isn't impossible to spend time in nature. It's definitely doable. So in 2018, I want to find creative ways to spend more time in nature, whether it's in New York City or on vacation. I know what you're probably thinking, this girl's crazy. She's already vegan. Does she really need to eat more vegetables? And the answer is yes, I do need to eat more vegetables, because oftentimes when I'm eating and I'm just eating whatever's in front of me, and usually that's not vegetables, usually it's cookies. Instead of doing something negative like no cookies or sugar for 2018, that would be so sad, I want to focus on the positive, like eat more vegetables, specifically 7 vegetables a day. I think that's an attainable goal. Eating vegetables is always good for you. It helps your digestion, it's good for your heart, it's good for your brain. So in 2018, my goal is to eat 7 vegetables a day. As you can see, my apartment is really messy. Just kidding, it's clean. Well, this side is clean. Everything on this side, not so clean. In 2018, my goal is to burp less, but I'm not sure that will actually be very successful. When I moved into this new apartment a few months ago, I developed this really bad habit. Didn't clean as much as I used to. And that's not acceptable because I refuse to live in filth. But after a week of not cleaning, it feels overwhelming to start cleaning because there's so much to do. That's why my goal in 2018 is to clean my apartment every day for 5 minutes. Whether it's first thing in the morning or before bed, just picking up things, putting them back in their places, putting dishes away. That way, when I do have to do a full clean, it's a lot less overwhelming and much more doable. I used to keep a daily gratitude journal, and I would write 3 things that I was grateful for every day. Sometimes it would be in the morning, sometimes at night, sometimes it was little things like I'm grateful I caught the subway on time today, and sometimes it would be big things like I'm grateful for my parents and their unconditional love. I love you guys. And it doesn't have to be long, it can be just a sentence or 2, and it really does boost your happiness in so many important ways. It just reminds you that life is awesome and that you're awesome. So in 2018, my goal is to get back into daily gratitude journaling. This might sound a little terrible, but as a busy professional who lives in New York City and works a lot, and whose friends do the same or live outside of the city, it can be hard to, maintain friendships in the way that I would like and to see my friends as much as I would like. And in 2017, I feel like I definitely did not work on that enough. I didn't see my friends as often as I would like. I didn't see certain friends very much at all. In 2018, I want to focus on being a better friend, planning more dates with my friends, and seeing them more often, because having strong friendships obviously makes you happy, and it's actually one of the key indicators of a healthy and happy life. Volunteer work and social activism have always been a big part of my life. It was actually my job for a few years, but now that I don't do it professionally, I feel like I need to volunteer more in my free time. And I did do some volunteer work in 2017, but I didn't do enough. And volunteering is amazing because obviously you're helping a community or a person or a group of people in need, but it's also, it's a little selfish, but it feels good for yourself. Like, I always feel amazing when I volunteer, and it's an easy way to make yourself feel happy and obviously to do good work for your community or for society. So in 2018, I want to find causes that I'm passionate about and do more volunteer work on a consistent basis. Well, that's it for my 18 and 2018 healthy habits and practices. I can't wait to start these vlogs and share them with you and give you updates and hopefully help you incorporate some of these healthy practices into your life. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for the next vlog. Thanks guys, bye.